Around 69 people.
And that's the first thing they hear. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. To answer right away, yes, this will be recorded. This is staying. This is going to be VODed, so you can watch this afterwards. So yes, welcome in. So as mentioned, we're just going to be doing a Q&A. Like, we're going to be going off first on Discord. So there's a few Discord questions we're going to go through first. And after that, we're going to answer your questions in the YouTube channel. One thing I will mention, I would like you guys to try to stay in English, because most of us only speak English, so I cannot answer any Spanish question or anything like that. Excuse me. Anyway. Oh, is it in bad quality? Is it? Hold on. I need to look at this myself.
It looks alright.
Oh, then it might just be you, Kenny.
Yeah, mine just dropped as well.
Because I'm streaming at 180p. It's just low latency because... yeah, low latency, so we can answer your questions right away. That was it. You're actually seeing a live feed. This is not a video, by the way. This is actually in-game. Like here, see? This is actually in-game. I'm just zoomed out. Let me pull up the Q&A channel so you can see what we're gonna see. Let me set that up in the moment. The chat time lowering, why? Seems fine on my end. Anyway, let's see. Did I set it up already? Yeah, this is in-game. Let's see. I'm saying let's see a lot, don't I? Let me move this up. Whoops. One moment. Okay. So here we go. So let's start with the first question. Actually, let's just skip that one. It's compliments. Somebody asked, how come we're so amazing? What's your guys' response to that?
Dogs.
Okay, so this question is actually something I've never really thought about. Is there a chance for old graphics to come back? Like, to choose old graphics, like the ones from ESF 1.23?
We don't have Rio here who can answer this question like that. But I think we cannot hot reload shaders, or there's no plans like for that. Ah, here he is.
Who summoned me?
When you speak of the devil.
The question was if can anyone use older graphics or what?
Yeah. Like, can they use or access the old graphics if they wanted to?
Depends. I think we won't encrypt our shaders, as it's some work to do and not really worth it. So if there are people who know how to code GLSL, they can make new shaders and mimic the look of the old ones, but you won't get that low poly look, so no. But you can always run it in 460 times 480, so Maybe
Yeah.
that helps.
Like there was an old teaser trailer, and yeah, it had older shaders and stuff like that. If you check the QA channel, there's like a video posted. So
Yeah,
I
so
think
with shader knowledge, you can change the look and you can make it look worse or older.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Somebody said, how do we know who is talking? Let me see if I can actually do something for that. Hold on.
can you add maybe like the
Overlay, right? That would
yeah
do it.
maybe the overlay.
Display users only while speaking. Display names only while speaking. Toggle overlay. Let's see.
Full power!
Does it show?
I don't see it.
Nope. Let's see.
Whoa.
Oh. Hello, Dalton.
Hello there.
Here comes trouble.
Got him to show up.
What happened?
I got him to show up, guys.
so just because I just saw the question related to the previous one, Samsa Nemesis asked how would you even encrypt your shaders? Renderblock would just reveal the truth. That's mostly true. Maybe we are lucky and you just get intermediate language, means assembler code. But if anyone is capable of using RenderDoc and attaching that to the ESF, I think they know how to code shaders. So, yeah. Hijacking!
Actually, I think the best way to figure out who is talking is by just basically explaining who is who. So, this is Dragonias. Then, the person that just answered the question was Rio, our main coder. The person that just joined in earlier. Oh.
Say hi, Dalton.
Yeah. That's Dalton. Sorry, I got confused by the video.
Dalton's the one you will immediately know when he's talking.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Okay, let me watch this real quick so I understand what the hell I have to do. Okay. Oh, it's exactly the thing I was gonna add. That's funny. I did not think it would be that tool. Okay, let me do that real quick. Install for OBS. Come on. Authorized. Voice widget. Select the server.
Oh, whoops.
I can't do it. I can't add the bot to the server.
Oh well.
Can you do that, Andreas?
I don't think I can.
Freaking
I probably only Skyred.
Freaking Sky and his permissions. It's fine. It's
I'll
fine.
do it. I'll do it. Stand back.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
I have the perfect solution. Hold on. I have the perfect
Yo, the world is gonna explode. Dalton does stuff.
Yeah.
Hold
Listen,
on.
prepare for dust and rocks. All you need is 10 FPS, as long as it looks like it's moving.
Hold on. I have the perfect solution. Game capture. I think you can capture Discord as a game. Window capture. There we go. Discord. Oh, we're already fighting, or somebody just killed me. One of the two. No, that does not work. Sorry about that. Yes. Okay, let's continue. Where was I? Display capture. Okay. So, yeah, so that was just answered a second ago. You could if you know how to code it. And the next question, I will just answer this. Will there be multiple costumes for characters, End of C, Super, GT, etc.? No, but you will be able to do that yourself via... What the hell is this pop-up? Via the mod tool that will be released later down the road after we finished releasing. This next one, I actually don't know, so I'm just gonna ask it to you guys. Will there be any special interactions with characters?
I'm assuming that means something along the lines of like what we did with the Vegeta and the Trunks tier 3 bonus video where they were talking to each other. That I don't think anything like that's planned. It was just us pulling the taunt audio files and overlaying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are no emotes or actions that you can do with other characters.
Oops. How did I just do that? That's interesting. So, Garuda is asking this question. I figured this question was going to come. What is actually left for us to be done?
I knew that question was coming.
Besides models, he added specifically.
Well, I mean, the models are done anyway, aren't they? The exception of some texture work on Perfect Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so models are done.
Yeah, most of the models are done, I think, except animations.
The character models, yeah.
Yeah, the character models are done. They need to be rigged and animated. There's bugs to be squashed. Rio and I have a fix for the stamina system that we have planned. It's just getting around to doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think else it's just coding, really. We still have some things to fix, like the clashes, for example, are not fully done. We still have some crash to desktop issues that come to mind. Else, yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons we don't give percentages, because we don't really can give an estimate of a percentage of how far are we.
Exactly. Think of the coding side. We have some nasty stability issues regarding to network and stuff like that, and it could be that sometimes someone has an idea and it's fixed in like 50 minutes, but it could also take 2 months. Because, yeah, sometimes you just don't know what is going on.
Yeah, and Mac Daddy likes to break a lot of things too, so it
Don't
also happens.
don't even start.
I'll speak on effects. So effects wise, I think there's some transformations left, like a lot of the further forward ones, like let's
Yeah.
see. So I guess like the Super Saiyan 2s and the 3. But the main base forms are usually done. I think only there's like Frieza maybe is the outlying one, and Cell I guess too, but he's not fully implemented yet. But all the other ones are pretty much done. Just the further ascensions and whatnot.
Which I think that also answers a question that showed up further along in the QA. So it was a more recent question. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, Sofix asked about the character transformations. So yeah, people will have multiple transformations. Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 for Goku, Gohan up to Super Saiyan 2, Vegeta Super Saiyan 2. Trunks is going to get his
there's going all the up to
his
Super
buff
Saiyan 5
form.
and stuff.
Yeah, AF confirmed.
I like this question because it's very much designated to most of you. What has been the most difficult thing to do with the project?
Get Dalte to do commits.
Yeah. Fully onto this.
Yes,
I say FPS, but whatever.
That's like legitimately that's the most difficult thing within the project. Dalte will work on 472 different things and not commit a single one of them until I text him and beg him for a commit.
It's mine. It's mine.
uh,
I know that's going to be different for everybody, but that is legitimately mine.
yeah, I mean, Dalta does most of our like
Most of the effect
transformations,
work, most of the camera
everything
work.
effects. Yeah.
Everybody like undoes everything and everybody for me.
That's not even close to true.
Who's in game right now? Wait,
And I
you
come
But I
through and
mean,
then
there's
fix
like
them.
Just a couple of it's you, myself, and
at least
Dio are in now.
Yeah. I just noticed you see Colin's color. On one angle, I mean. Okay.
at least the 3D grass is almost done, right?
Hmm.
I knew that question was coming.
Actually,
You gonna answer that, Rio, or
Oh, what? What?
You have to have figured out a new way by now. There's tons of people doing it. There's no way.
he's asking about when 3D grass is coming back.
Never.
okay, this next
I
question.
don't know if it's never or in the next universe cycle, so
Figure a way out to make it work, Dalton, is what he's saying.
it's just
I'm not
not
doing it.
worth it. Um,
You just
by the,
copy
by
and
the
paste
way,
everything from Horizon.
they don't have 3D grass. Gotcha. Um,
Yes, they do.
no, they
Clearly,
don't.
you haven't played it. For
I have
bidding
played
less,
it.
yes, it does.
Do take less drugs. It's not 3D. Regarding the question, what was the hard part for me, coding wise? Maybe uh, adding the new or replacing the renderers. To make them more uniform and more robust and faster, and of course getting the physics engine we use to work most of the time properly with the Half-Life networking. That's still something that isn't always right, like hits are sometimes weird, means player versus player hits, or there is a weird issue where only if you join a server, so it's not on your local one, if you swoop on the ground and certain angels, your character jitters a bit, and that's just hard to fix. And that's also one of the things that delay release, because it might be an easy fix, it might not be fixable at all. Yep.
I just saw a question that's kind of cute. Someone asked, were you guys a part of the Naruto and NK game? I think that's you, Rio, right? Or someone else
Yes,
too?
Rio was a part of the NNK team.
Me and Reddy,
Yeah.
Ready.
at least.
Yep.
And back then, when I think SV Super Vegito did some models for ESF way back, he was also part of the NNK team. And yep, I think that's it. I hope I haven't forgot anyone.
Nobody comes to mind right now.
Empty.
I hate this question, but it has to be finally answered because people keep asking it. Has there been any attempt to team up with a dev/publisher to help secure funding and speed up the process? Being able to sell the game for a smaller amount will help entice more people to join also.
Okay. So the short version of this is no, and we never will. The long version of this is
If we try, we are fucked.
once you go to a publisher, because that's who we would have to go to, we wouldn't go to a developer. And because of the way development and publishing works, Namco Bandai has the sole global distribution rights for any and all games related to Dragon Ball. So if there are Bandai Namco games that you can think of, those are the people that we would be answering to. So if we went to them with ESF and they liked the project, they could take the project and shut us down and then do the game the way they want to do it. They could have us come on, but it would only be people that they felt deserved to be there. And then once they were officially making the game, all of a sudden ESF becomes what they want ESF to be, not what we want ESF to be. We would have to change whatever they want us to change to make it fit their ideal version of ESF.
I don't think they would even do any of that. I think they would just shut it down immediately and then reboot from scratch with their own stuff.
Thing
They would never
also,
want to go on time plan.
if we ever come out and reach out for them, they will just shut it down and eliminate some competition.
Yeah.
And if we involve money, they'll definitely shut us down.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I will skip over because that was asked.
I think that's also one reason why NNK worked at that time so well. Without we never had problem with any of the content owners, but that was at a time where I think there wasn't any Naruto game on PC at all. So it was not like we were taking players away from them, and we also had a completely different game type, what they did not have on the consoles.
Let me look at YouTube. Nick, I'm gonna answer that what you just said because I just saw it. You say that, but literally Nintendo shut down a game that was like 5 people.
I mean, I don't really need to talk about company shutdowns. I mean, look at LucasArts. They shut down the KOTOR project remake. Konami shut down the Metal Gear remake. They shut down the Metal Gear Solid remake. They shut down the Castlevania remake.
Yeah, also, it's not like we're a fan base of Anna 150. The last numbers I remember from the NNK release was over 500,000 downloads on ModDB.
Yeah, so
So
Now-
that's quite a lot of people.
Something else I need to address in regards to cease and desist and copyright and stuff, because people forget this all the time. In regards to distributing a game, Namco Bandai has global rights. However, because we're using Dragon Ball, Toei Animation has rights, Fuji TV has rights, Bird Studio has rights, Viz Media, the manga publisher, has rights. Bandai Presto, the model, the people that do the figures, they have rights. Funimation has rights to. All these companies can hit us with a cease and desist without asking any of the other branches if they should or not. So if we upset just one of them, we can get hit with a cease and desist.
alright. John Wahlberg asks, I got to ask, did you guys keep the surfing grab animation on Frieza?
That's a you question, Alta. I don't know if that animation is still there.
No, I doubt it. No, they all use the same hand push animation plan. I forgot about that circle one, actually. I think a couple people had that way back.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, let me think for a second.
Who is that? That's my
I don't think
camera.
I guess not. No.
Oh yeah, somebody was asking why you're not spectating the people that are fighting. We actually don't have a spectator mode. This is me just having a camera set up somewhere where my character is standing. You actually don't see my character. It's actually all the way down at the lookout.
I might add, we don't have a spectator mode in yet. That still works.
Yeah, like I think the regular Half-Life spectator mode doesn't work with this, right? Like, does it even have? Does Half-Life even have a spectator mode?
It has, but it's quite some work to set it up properly, and depends hardly on how much of Half-Life is still in the game.
True. Okay, I'm gonna skip this one over because it's not really related to the game, unless you guys want me to answer it. It's the one below, John, if you're looking in the Discord.
The one below who? I'm sorry.
Below John. Do you want me to throw it in or no?
I'd go for it.
Okay, so for some reason, Ferg Dog is asking, what animal would you least want to be trapped in a cage with?
Shark.
Wait, that can you?
Seems like a really bad idea to be trapped inside of a shark cage with a shark.
True.
I'm surprised you didn't say Delta.
What's the bees?
Shark on land is quite secure. So I would go for hippo.
I mean, a hippo could sit on you.
Yeah, and they are not really friendly on land or in water. They're faster than you think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm in Australia. I'm trapped with all the deadly poisonous animals anyway. So
I mean, yes. Ooh.
Giant ass continent used as a prison.
pretty much.
Igor, yes, that's the moon that's rising there in the background.
Yeah, and it's probably gonna get all messed up and wonky the longer this goes because we still have to properly set the moon in the night skies for all the maps.
Did someone move me?
It's a bad moon on the rise.
Yeah, somebody's knocking you around. Bilbo Fraggins, we actually don't have a name for the engine that we use. We've joked around about different engine names all the time, but we've never come up with a serious one.
I would just go for Franken-Engine.
Nice try.
Or
Hey,
engine.
I'm not a target! Come on now!
So yeah, regarding name for the engine, well, technically the base core and all is still Gold Source. Mainly on the server side, the entity handling and networking is from Gold Source. Client side, what does everything on your PC if you're playing online. There's a lot from ourselves, like we use fmod for sound. We use physics for collision detection, and physics as the physics engine. And the renderer for UI, map, models, effects, and so on. That's custom written, so no name there. Like it's not really anymore a complete engine. It's more like it was Gold Source, but the parts that could be replaced and didn't fit us anymore were just replaced and rewritten.
I love this question. Mac, this question is towards you. Can we have a PayPal set up for Dalte and Mac wrestle a match? I don't know what he means.
He wants Dalte and I in a wrestling match. I don't. I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon holds rights somewhere. You have to talk to him.
I think Dalte missed the question.
What happened?
Dante just wants to touch my body.
At all times.
Worst part is Dalton even wants more that you touch his body.
Thank God we're not set to PG. So this question I'm just gonna answer myself because it doesn't really need to be discussed. Lucas Villa asked, "Do you think? What do you thinks? Okay, is he Jar Jar Banks? Sorry. Do you thinks that the mod will release this year? We can't really make that promise.
Okay, so this is something else we should probably. We will never announce a release date. It'll just release. We will say when we're getting close, but we're not going to say, hey, it's coming out X. Because once we do that, that gives a nice big target for every rights holder that has anything to do with Dragon Ball to say, hey, you're not going to make it to that date.
Yeah.
We're just not going to do it.
And that's one of the reasons. The other is because it's just pressure for us, and we don't really need that per se. Remember when we set our estimate and everyone was pressuring us, like, release, release?
It wasn't even our estimate. It was something that was said between a couple. Oh, that's you. I attacked. Oh
well. Oops. I don't even know where I am at this point anymore. Oh, is that dumb? But yeah, that's one of the reasons we don't say when it's gonna come out. Literally, it will just come out when it's done, and you will know when it comes out. So, what are some gameplay changes that have happened over the development of Final that you think are positive? Are there things that had to be cut or changed that are missed?
Oh, there is so much that needed to be cut. We still have design documents from back when it was 1.3 and a bunch of the plans that were had at the time, like desperation moves, for example, which were things that were locked out until you reached certain requirements. For example, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's father-son Kamehameha. You know, you had to have so much life. You had to activate it within a certain time frame after your initial transformation. A bunch of stuff like that. And there was tons of things like that for each transformation. When Maj and Vegeta was planned, his desperation move was, of course, going to be him blowing himself up. So that's something that was cut years and years back.
But it's probably something you're going to be able to add yourself if you want to in the future. Like, we're always going to address that. Like, we're always going to add that. Anything that's not going to be in the game later, if you know how to code, you will be able to add it yourself if you know how to code.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're going to lock out... we couldn't. We can't lock the game out. You know?
Yeah.
We put the game out, and then people that want to make changes are going to make changes.
Exactly. Okay, I'm skipping this one because...
Some other gameplay changes that have happened. Probably going to the rock, paper, scissors mechanic of basic combo throw, and then bonus tiers being hand grenades. Throw in that mix. That wasn't...
Yeah.
That was a similar system to how it was initially developed for 1.3, and felt it was too static, thus the addition of the bonus tiers.
Okay, let's see. I think that's about it, right? Or is there any others?
I'm sure there's more. Let me look. Let's see.
No, I mean, like, features you wanted, or are you looking at the document?
Oh no, there's tons more. I wasn't going to go through all of them.
Yeah, I
Like
figured.
there was the transformation perfection system, which is haunting us right now to this day because it was half coded and not a single bit of it was done. And now it plays havoc with trying to balance transformation power levels and stuff and key drain on those transformations. The system was originally set up so you hit a transformation, and then the more you use it, the more you fight in it, the longer you're in it, the slower, or you slowly became accustomed to the transformation, similar to Goku, Gohan, in the time chamber, whatever. Which is great in theory, but if you put up a server and you're playing for an hour in that server, and then somebody else joins you, all of a sudden you've perfected Super Saiyan 3 over that hour, and they just can't touch you. And that's not what we want for gameplay.
Yes, that's why somebody asked about balancing. In a way, every character is able to fight each other, so yes, even a Super Saiyan 3 could be defeated by a freaking, I don't know, Krillin and his base.
By a birder.
Or by birder, yeah, that's even a good example. But they do have changes, like small amount of changes. Someone was asking if I can show the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan model. It's not done. It's still T-posing, so there's not much to look at.
Yeah, like we said earlier, the models are done, but the animations are not. So a model's done, but they're in the game just in their A pose from where they were modeled. You need to rig them and animate them for them to be characters moving around in the game.
Yeah.
I guess you could show it, but it's not going to be anything special.
I mean, is somebody Gohan right now?
Yeah, I'm Gohan.
You could just come to my camera if you want to and switch to Super Saiyan 2. I don't know if you see where I am.
So we sort of addressed this question. Yaru put in the QA, was asking if there'll be modding allowed in the game once a certain amount of time passes from the release. Yes. We're going to put ESF Final out when it's done, and we're going to let it sit out in the community for a little bit, as the game was intended by us, just so that people have the chance to finally see it. And then 6 months, a year down the line from that, we'll put out all of our tools that we use to compile and do all that fun stuff. So yeah, you'll be able to mod it down the line.
You can basically picture it as like, I think Bethesda's a good example. They gave mod tools too, right? Wasn't Bethesda? I don't remember. Somebody gave mod the tools to just do everything with their game.
Somebody did it. I don't know.
I remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. We're basically just giving you the tools.
Which answers Ryden's question from the QA as well. If you're making mod tools for fans, what mods would you like to see in ESF Final?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tools are going to be made available to fans.
Yeah, but he's asking, is there something...
But he wants to see what particular mod I'd want to see.
Yeah.
Can't really think of one offhand.
But
I was never really a big fan of I was never a big fan of ECX or anything anyway. I always felt that ESF was best as its vanilla form because they didn't know how to properly balance things.
Yeah.
When they started adding all that stuff, you'd get Super Saiyan 3, and all of a sudden his Kamehameha exploded the entire map and killed everybody.
Oh yeah, there's Gohan Super
That wasn't
Saiyan 2.
fun.
This is what we mean. This is literally all he can do right now. He just stands there menacingly, staring you down, right into your soul.
Banja asked if we could remake the 10-year ago Christmas effects video. Technically no, because that's not really final. It was final at one point before the total redesign of final.
Yeah.
But So technically, we can't remake that.
We could get creative, but
Not,
I guess.
not really the same game.
What's left to be done with the game? I just saw it in the YouTube comment.
Didn't we answer that? I thought we answered that one.
Yeah, we already
animations,
answered that.
coding. Got to go through the maps and add the effects. Some maps still need all the spawn points. There's bonus tiers that need to get done. Attack effects that need to get done, like the Super Kamehameha. Cough, cough, Kai, cough.
Somebody asked this question: do you feel like the game still has the same skill expression / skill cap / technibility as 1-2-3?
No,
No.
because we're not making ESF 1.2.3 version 2.0. That's probably something we should have started with. If you're going into Final expecting 1.2.3 version 2.0, this isn't the game for you. You're waiting around for nothing.
Also,
It
I would.
has. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you first.
No, feel free. Cut in.
Also, I would say I have never played 1.2.3. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was somebody that just drove by. That's my fault.
Dude, was that a massive fart?
No, it was some asshole on a motorcycle.
So it was a fart.
Yeah. So anyway, you didn't really play.
Yeah, I
1.2.3
never
much.
played 1.2.3 much, but I would say the potential skill ceiling in Final is higher because you got way more options of what you can do, and it takes away the randomness of the weird arrow inputting. So now you have control over exactly what you do and when you do it. And also, I think a lot of people complained or asked about are angel hits still a thing, and I think yes, you can still do them. It just is harder to pull off because the speeds in Final are faster.
Yeah.
And so you have to react quicker, and you got more stuff that you can do. So it's not like, yeah, okay, I fly forward and I just hold left mouse button, and as soon as I touch someone, I will hit him. You have to time it. You have to see if the other one blocks or counters you with another attack, throw, whatever. So I would say, yeah, it's more skill involved.
At the moment,
Yeah.
Full is like one of our best players, I almost want to say.
Yeah. So it's not the same skill expression, skill cap, technical ability. It's a whole new set of skills that you'll need to develop. So again, if you're expecting 1.2.3 2.0, this isn't the game for you, and we're sorry. It's just not what we tried to make with Final. It is what we started with 1.3, but it's just not what Final eventually became. It's different design philosophy.
Let's see.
It's also way better. So
Somebody asked, will there still be bots? Can you code bots?
See, Rio? Yeah, can you code? If you can code bots, you know.
I would
Come on.
say at the moment, most likely not on release, because we have some bot code in, but that wasn't really touched for a long time, and at the moment the bot don't know what they can do, so most of the time they either sit there and look at you, or they sometimes fly around or fly straight up or down.
They're
Yeah,
basically
they-
punching bags.
Yeah,
Yeah, we use them mostly for some testing. Also, it's there again a problem with network and stuff, because bots are a hybrid between well, server-side control entity, or more, they are a server-side control entity faked and disguised as a player. So some stuff works for them, but they don't have the counterpart, the client side. So sometimes it's just weird with them. So it would take a lot of time to remake them or fix them. At the moment, we would say if we have the time, sure, why not? But they're not really needed for a release. I mean, they will probably stay in there and can be used as a punching bags. Maybe we just grade them down and do simple stuff like, okay, they fly at you and attack you so you can practice blocking, or they just sit there so you can practice some attacks or aiming or whatever. But fully fledged on bots for now, I don't think so.
Ooh, I don't know who this question goes to, but I think it might also be Dolte. The sound design on all the versions is really great, and I love that, but I noticed something that may be missing, which I may be totally wrong since I saw it in an old video from the channel. When we mop the floor, air quotes, with our opponents, there is no sound to it. Is it on purpose, or will it be added?
He's talking about the grab and smash.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's
There's supposed to be audio. Yeah, it's probably an audio bug. The file is probably not calling properly. So there's supposed to be audio in the video you saw. Maybe for whatever reason the audio didn't get called. Sometimes it calls, sometimes it doesn't. That's another example of one of those things that in the code it's just we got to fix it. We got to find out what's causing the call not to happen.
Yeah. What is the amount of playable characters expected when the mod releases? So we answered this question already. I'm just gonna answer it real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 characters on the select screen. That is the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Ginyu has all of his Ginyu Force, so add 4 more to that.
Correct. Yeah, I was gonna go over that just like that. Will characters have multiple transformations? We already answered this one.
Yep.
Are there any plans for supporting the mod post-release with additional content? If not, okay, yeah, we already answered the other part.
Answer that. No official additional content from us outside of major bug fixes for stuff that we missed. The possible addition of bots if we get a coder that does AI, and then the tools will eventually be released for everybody anyway.
Yeah, content-wise, probably not. No more new maps, characters, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that the maps and the characters are version locked for us at this point. We're not adding any more of them. We have 2 maps that are still planned for us to get done. So those are done. That's it. And then anything that the community wants to make when the time comes, the community can make.
Yeah. To be honest, mapping is a lot more easier than the hammer days.
Yeah, that's true, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
This is a question that I don't know how to answer it because it's weird. Do you think a lot of the momentum for the game has disappeared, and will there be a significantly smaller audience compared to 8 years ago? Or do you think the Stream Deck support will be this mod saving grace? What does he mean with that?
I don't think the Steam Deck's going to matter one damn bit with this game.
I don't get why the Steam Deck would be a saving grace.
I don't get
that.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's getting a Steam Deck, cool. We're not going to go out of our way to make things easier for the control setup on the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck user wants to play the mod there, we can. They'll have to figure out.
I can actually show something there. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut in there. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Let me turn off the game there for a moment. Game feed, display capture. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this. This is something a lot of people have been asking, and I know this is constantly a question. Do you see the screen well? I'm guessing yes. So I'm gonna show my Steam overlay here. Let me close the chat here. You can easily map the game using Steam support, if it shows. Come on. There you go. You can easily map it using Steam support. It already set it up for me, as you can see here. Like, I can completely map the game if I choose so, and it will work completely. So I'm guessing the Steam Deck probably uses something similar to the Steam's control setup configurator, and you can basically make it work with a controller that way. If you do want to do that, that's your choice. If not, yeah. This is, for some reason, something that somebody supported. Like, you see it says by games we play. It gave this on its own, so you can totally just configure it yourself. So yes, Steam Deck support probably will work as well.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, Steam Deck's going to work. It's just we're not going to go out of our way to tweak gameplay for a controller. The game is designed with keyboard and mouse in mind.
Yeah.
So
the
if
only
you're playing
problem
can
is it runs Linux. You can't run it Half-Life.
Oh, well, that answers that question. I didn't know that.
So only if you have Windows installed on your Steam Deck, then maybe you can run it. I tried Proton and ESF, but didn't launch.
To finish the other half of that question, do you think momentum for the game has disappeared and that it'll be released to a significantly smaller audience? Probably. But the Dragon Ball fan base is constantly refreshing itself, especially now that we've got Dragon Ball Super and all that stuff. So even if older fans of ESF have already given up and they've left, which is fine and we understand, there will be people that come in, once they start, Googling Dragon Ball Z games. It'll show up. You have no doubt about that. So I think that answers the question.
Yeah.
I saw a question in the YouTube comments about the Ginyu trailer. Yes, okay. In the Ginyu trailer, Namek's grass is green and the sky is blue. That is an old version of the map, and that was done because Dalte likes to mess with things. No, that is not still the case. I have gone to great lengths to make sure that we have been as accurate as can be. I even made Rio add an additional cloud color for the sake of getting the yellow clouds.
I mean, we can change maps if you guys want to. Do you want me to change maps?
No, it's okay.
Let's go. Namek.
We going to Namek?
Yeah.
You can change the map if you want to change the map.
So in the meantime, I'll answer a question that I've seen quite a few times now. Last from Nick Crispy. Any plans to release a demo, or do you plan on dropping it when it's fully done? We plan on dropping it when it's fully done because doing a demo is basically the same work for us or for almost any game developer as doing the full release. That's why nowadays you mostly don't see demos, because if you think about it, what's a demo? It's the full game just with less content. The content itself is easy to strip out, but not really that what makes the game. So if all the code bugs are done, it's just, oh damn, we're lacking one character or one map or something like that, that's nothing that would really, as a mod, throw you off for release. So you could then just say, okay, what the heck, then we'll just release it. So no demo.
And on that note, we're gonna go into a quick intermission. So
If you want a demo, the game has to be done anyway, so it makes no sense. It's like giving you a demo after the game's already done and making you wait artificially.
yeah. Okay, guys, we'll be right back. And we're back. Where's my game?
Yay!
Okay, let me just set myself up real quick. That took a second there. Sorry about that, guys. So this is what you were guys seeing earlier. I was just standing somewhere, zoomed out. Nobody gets to see me.
You're all
Basically.
talk, just like
That's
all
like what
the
you see.
others.
This is Namek now. This is the fixed version of Namek, so it's not like the video anymore. Oops. Yeah, this is why I don't zoom out.
Yeah, I went back and fixed the colors after Mac Daddy changed everything.
Yeah, after Galte messed everything up.
Let me tell you the thought process behind it. I was just
No.
trying to make something that was less
No, there's no
blue
thought
looking.
process.
Because everything looked like because everything looked like cell games, which is like blue sky, blue sky, blue sky, blue sky. So I wanted to like use the manga version, which was like greeny or whatever.
No.
But yeah,
then
it
you
was
did
Mac Daddy that did it. Mac Daddy broke it.
this guy. Anyway, we're almost at the end of the QA in the Discord, which is fine because that means we can focus on the YouTube questions. So we'll just run through these last two really quick, I guess.
Oh, I like this one. How are you guys doing personally?
Hanging in there.
What was that double?
You said terrible.
Being old.
I have a therapist on speed dial.
Have several.
My penis is mad big.
Yeah.
Lord.
That's not what I
See, and
expected.
this is why we're not set to PG.
Yeah. Dalton was talking about his penis or his testicle cancer.
You guys should see the XML manager because it's all big balls and big dick scrotum, and every effect has got some dumbass name.
I forgot you can see that now. Because you look at it.
I mean, I could show it, yeah.
That's for fun though. That's for fun for eventually when the modding community gets to get in there.
True. That's like
It's
the
not.
Easter
It's
eggs.
not. You're not gonna. They're not gonna know what systems call what effects when things are named like this.
True.
They don't need to know.
The poor sod he has to go and reverse engineer the whole effect system and all your fucking labeling.
No.
So this question I'm just gonna answer because it's been asked a lot. So, do we support people playing mod packs on programs such as Svencoop? So, the short answer would be no. The long answer would be
Very no.
the long answer would be we don't support it. It does. We know personally it will not work. There's a lot of more bugs and all of that. Like, it's way too complicated to make something work that is a mod. So basically, it would be a mod within a mod, and we are 100% saying it will not work properly. It will not work online because ESF will look for a legitimate copy of your game, and if it doesn't find Half-Life, it will not let you log online. That's the long answer. So no, we only support the official Half-Life.
And the other half of that question is asking if we'll have content from Super or will it only be Z. It's only going to be Z for
Yeah, I skipped over that.
anything we officially do. And by Z, I mean what you see in the manga titled Dragon Ball, which started with Goku as we don't have any of it, but started as Goku as a kid and then ended with him leaving with Oob.
Yeah.
So
going all the way up to GT and AF.
If it doesn't happen in that manga, then it's not included.
Also, we're not set for a specific time in the manga, said ESF one. That means we have Boo in, we have Cell in, we have Ginyu in, but we also have a Team Gohan because the adult version sucks. Honestly, he just sucked then. He was just a wimp.
Future Gohan is dope. Better check yourself.
Gohan is dead.
Mr. Gohan beats everybody.
Future Gohan was dope.
I mean, you can add him later if you want him yourself, so that's your option.
The last one is, what are the minimum requirements to play the mod? I'm planning to build an i3 1010 with UHD 630. Maybe I can't afford a GPU in 3 or 4 months.
I
You have to have
can
a ray tracing enabled graphics card.
I
So
can
that-
tell you that Intel integrated graphics don't work with ESF fine. I don't know why,
I think the same goes with AMD as
I
well.
can confirm.
but yeah, AMD integrated graphics cards work.
Yeah.
So maybe get an AMD laptop. Or PC.
yeah, if you have no choice but to use integrated for whatever reason, use AMD. Otherwise, AMD cards seem to cause a bunch of issues that shouldn't really be issues.
Yeah, their weird interpretation of the OpenGL specs in their drivers is keeping me
So,
crazy.
short version: if you're getting on board AMD, if you're going to do an actual card, NVIDIA.
Well, I suppose we'll have to see how Intel cards work with Final at some point as well, but oh well.
I'm not doing
Oh, hell no, me neither.
it. I refuse. All right, so that's all of the questions that were in the Discord.
1 second.
Yeah, and on YouTube, I just saw a question that was also asked quite a lot over the years. While Alan Bollard, why not use Half-Life 2 Source Engine or Unreal Engine 5? Wouldn't it be easier to build? If we would start now from scratch and doing that mod, yes, it would be easier. At this
Oh.
point, it would mean we have to redo everything. Sure, we can copy over quite some of our assets like maps, models of sound or textures, but even the models we could only copy the raw mesh of them, but most likely not the animations, so they need to be redone, and we would need to recode the whole game, and that for sure would take more time than finishing it. Also, because we changed so much on the Gold Source engine, we have literally the engine we exactly need for this game. Because we kind of built the engine to our needs.
Yeah. So that finishes the Discord side. Let's just what are questions like you guys have? Like now is the time we will answer in live time. And if there is any question, wait, there's a good one here. Will there
There's
be
a couple.
tracking attacks like blasts that track the enemy? You can.
Most of the okay. So where are you at?
I'm at the
we'll,
bottom.
we'll show off how
Oh.
busted this is right now.
Oh,
keep
I'm on
in
the
mind-
mountain here next to Frieza's ship, like the arch one. You know where we did the Clash video?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so this is you, right, Mr.
Yeah, this is
Vegeta
me.
here? Okay.
Yeah, there's a bit of a video delay, I think.
There's a little delay, but it's not that
So,
massive.
for the sake of this, go ahead and fix your camera. We'll show this.
There you go.
All right. So I'm gonna fire a burning attack at you
Really?
without the current soft lock system that seriously needs adjustment for the
There you
beams.
go. No,
And
it's
then I'll fire another one with the quote soft lock that needs to be adjusted.
I need to find
Ready?
you first of all. Where even are you?
Oh, you'll see the big yellow beam coming at you from right in front of you. Here it comes.
Well, shit, I'm going to move away
You
then.
missed.
Yeah, that was the point. So that's us controlling it. Are you ready to not be able to dodge this?
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to just
Alright.
move to show?
I need somebody's in the way. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
which one
Kai.
it is.
I'm
Okay, yeah, Kai, shoot. All right, get ready.
Yeah, I'm
Here it
glitching.
comes.
I'm
You might
just
want
trying
to
to fix
start.
it.
You might want to start moving, just so
Okay.
that you can show them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, see, it got me. There you go.
Yeah. See, so right now, the homing, or rather the beam aim assisting, isn't working properly.
Let me do it real quick while I'm on. So you right click and that all along. See. Oh, I have my cameras off, that's why it looked weird. So, this is something I will add. There's 3 different cameras you're going to be able to choose from. There's the generic one with no animations, like, straight up, that's how I think 1, 2, 3 was, right?
That's how everyone will play it.
No. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, no. But yeah, then there's like small cinematic, then there's medium cinematic, and then there's full cinematic.
Some small cinematics are going to be applied even to the most basic of cameras, like the bonus animations, because some of the bonus animations absolutely require the trickery of the camera for it to even make a little bit of sense.
Yeah. Like... Hello? Why is it not working? I want to turn on my tier. Oh, screw it. Oh, I just transformed. Doesn't matter. I'm sure you guys got this a million times, but will this be playable by the public soon? I'm not gonna say soon, I will say when it's done. That's the when it's done, you will know it's when it's out. For the coders, how did you start out learning shaders and OpenGL? I'm a programmer who's super interested in shader development, but I don't know how to get started.
Out
By
of
being
boredom.
shady MFers.
So yes, yes. Short answer to that question is out of boredom.
And how good do you have to be at math or shader programming?
So long version is what was the question again?
How good do you have to be at math for shader programming?
Yeah, what wasn't the question before that? That I just
yeah, how do you start out learning shaders and OpenGL?
yeah. So how do you start? I first started learning that with just simple stuff like general graphics programming pre-shader. So I started that when there wasn't even a GeForce 3 on the market. Did some basic stuff there, like running your first triangle on screen, getting projection matrices at work, and so on. And from then, you just keep going on. Look for stuff that interests you. Like if you play games and you see an effect, like a simple effect, like for example dot rays, just look it up on Google. Look how it can be done. There are naive ways, slow ways that take a lot of render time, or efficient ways. Just start with that. You can experiment nowadays with engines like Unreal Engine or Unity. And about a math thing, the good thing is for most stuff where you do need math, there are libraries today. Like previous, when you want to render something, you need to do matrix transforms, you need to set them up yourself. Modern engines or modern libraries for rendering just give you functions to do that, so you don't really have to care about that stuff. But basic understanding of linear algebra or vector math and matrices are necessary. So I would start there. But it's a learning process as everything, so just start low and do stuff that you're interested in. Look it up. Don't be afraid to search for stuff for days. Getting resources, trying stuff out. You would get there. So the next one was...
Wait, is it still about the earlier question or with the math? Yeah.
Was still about the
yeah, so I think Andreas has asked, how good do you have to be at math?
Oh yeah,
you already answered that.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
I
you did.
combined both.
Oh, you combined both, okay, I can figure it out. There we go.
Sorry.
Let's see. Which transformation is your favorite so far? Do you mean ESF wise, or do you mean Dragon Ball in general? That was Ryan. In game. Okay, which is your favorite transformation in game? Do you guys have any?
Piccolo's.
I've seen them all so many times now. It's hard to. Piccolo's is cool. Unfortunately, his antennae is what it is. Inverts on his head because the bone is reversed. But his is fun. I also like Krillin's.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Krillin's is cool. But they're all cool, the ones that are in so far. Let's face it, you know.
I think many of the non-Saiyans are super sick.
Yeah, you put a lot of detail in them.
Rio, does vector displacement work now on the characters?
Is that a legit question from you?
For me.
that's from him.
No, not really. I haven't looked further into it. Still the same old problems that I think I posted that to use.
Yeah.
Where you have do some stuff to the models to make it work so you don't have holes in it.
Because about the transformation, if you could see the transition between the displacement, that would look cool.
It would absolutely be awesome for Trunks. Like making him grow fatter or
Yep. More thick, dummy thick.
Or muscle deformation a bit too.
Same goes for Broly if we ever have Broly in game. Not that I'm saying that we will have Broly as a dev class in game.
Final form Frieza getting 100% Frieza. We can do
right.
we can do Chad Cell, when he powers up when he's really mad that he can't beat Super Saiyan 2 Gohan before Gohan knocks the 18 out of him.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I mean,
Now I'm just picturing Cell spewing out the 18.
What was that?
What, A-Team? The 80s show?
Yeah, I'm
No.
just picturing him spewing them out there, and the music playing as they come out.
Trunks transforming into Mr. T.
Blast Rider, we have used a mixture of Blender and 3ds Max for all of the models. That's characters and maps.
Yeah, but you can also use any 3D program that you want to.
Yep. Banny Boy, will Goku get Kaioken? Goku has Kaioken, but it's his bonus tier animation. He doesn't get Kaioken as a transformation.
Yep. As an explanation,
I don't know, why can't you use Final Flash?
If we gave Goku Kaioken as an actual, let's say, attack or transformation, he would have way more transformations than any other character. So we decided to just add that as a tier melee bonus to balance it.
Sorry.
That's so messed up.
That was so disgusting.
The turn rate. We really need to fix that.
That was funny as hell. I'm so sorry, Kai.
Is there a reason we never updated the beta beyond 123? Yeah, because despite its name being beta 123, that was its own release game. Just like Alpha 2.0 was a totally different game from Beta 1.0, which was different from 123, which was different from 1.3. So it just so happened to be the name that the team that originally started the mod, and worked on 123 went with. They felt that 123 was the name they wanted.
Someone asked earlier how much from the original team is remaining.
The original team, like back when the game was still called Power Up Mod.
No, I think
If you mean that,
talking about
then nobody.
1.3.
Yeah, if you mean Power Up Mod, then nobody. If you mean 1.3, I believe Dalte, you were working on 1.3, weren't you?
I think. Yeah, it was. It was. But
So
it was called
Dalte
Dalte's.
was
It was called Dalte's mod at the time.
Dark
so
Tooth.
so Dalte was there, DT Darktooth was there,
Ready.
Rio was there, Reddy was
I
there.
joined that. I joined in 1.3. Right when I was going to college.
Raven was there. So there's still a good handful of people that were working on
Green,
1.3 that are in.
Green Beret.
That are,
Every now and then.
well, right, but is he working in Final?
Oh, Skyrider.
Oh yeah.
Dang, you don't even care about. Where? How come he's not here? I think he would have been here. He's always like around.
Who's
I
Sky?
don't know what he's. Oh, yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
he's doing.
I basically took Sky's position. It's more like
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
it's more like Sky's busy with like having a child and stuff like that. You know.
Ryan, I
Is
wish
it?
I could.
Is,
I wish I could answer that question, Ryan, but I genuinely don't know. At one point, somebody was just like, "Power Up Mod." The name is. It's a name. Let's go with ESF because that's that. I mean, Trunks calls them that in the anime at one point. I think Yajirobe calls them that at one point in the anime as well, and it stuck.
is Sky's child ugly? Did you guys see it? Or no?
What is the question?
Nice. This kid is cute.
Yeah,
Okay, you gotta ask. You gotta ask.
yeah, he is a cute kid.
Nah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Etam, you can literally walk up to somebody holding the melee button, and if they're just sitting there letting you walk up to them, it'll punch them.
But now,
Demonstrate if I can.
Whoever was just up at they died.
Yeah, 3 of us all died at once.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Trunks
so I think
does use
you
his
hit me.
Trunks does use his sword in melee attacks. His general combo melee it doesn't get used. Like 1, 2, 3, there are certain combinations that each character has while you're doing combo melee that'll activate special little cameras and special little attacks. So in those he uses the sword sometimes, and in his bonus tiers he uses the sword.
correcto.
Map destruction. No, not in the sense of how it was in 1.23. I think there's like temporary like texture changes and that's about it.
Yeah, in 1, 2, 3 you could add blocks. You know, it was that you could make entities, and when they take enough damage, they just destroy themselves. You know. But we don't have this in final,
Actually,
so no destruction.
I have a question for Rio actually. While we're here.
I don't know if is he still here or did he
Oh,
bounce out?
is he gone?
Oh no, he sent me a message. He said he's on the phone. So
Oh, okay.
Wait, so
Damn
this
it.
is what I meant.
So if we could fake it or simulate it in like cool effects and like animation very easily if we could place models with health, which we used to be able to do, but it hasn't been in a while, so I'm not sure. So Rio could probably answer that. If we could do that, then absolutely.
There you go. This is what I meant.
Did you guys hear me?
Yeah,
yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
I was just showing them what I meant with the air quote.
Oh, my phone is ringing.
Yeah. We have the same sort of destruction you would see in decal stuff that you'd get from Half-Life. That sort of stuff is still there.
Will Dragon Ball still exist? There was a game mode planned? I don't know if we still have it planned to capture the Dragon Ball mode.
Technically, it's still planned. I think we could still select it in the XML.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think we have the models for the Dragon Balls, and I believe Andreas was working on the model for Shenron. It was just about getting the code together to make the Dragon Balls work and do what they do. So, don't rule it out. It's not in right now, but don't rule that one out. Right now, we don't have Team Deathmatch, for example. Team Deathmatch is still, it's got to be a thing. Like, bare minimum, you have to have Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch. So, don't rule out Capture the Dragon Balls yet. Senzu beans are not back. That is something that's gone.
Thank God.
And part of that's due to the amount of health that people have now. We could lower the amount of health, but I think we found a pretty nice balance.
Did I just find
And-
a bug on accident?
Probably found an effect that's there for testing.
By the way, who is on YouTube? Geht dich nichts an.
That's Rio.
I see.
Yeah, that's why I gave him moderator, so you know it's Rio.
Yeah, I just saw this the first time on YouTube. Didn't know if it was just some random colors and name and icon, stuff like that.
No, I just made Rio stick out so people know it's Rio. Sculptor has also been scratched. Sculptor has been replaced with something called KeySense.
Which you can kind of see when the HUD is turned on. He has the HUD turned off right now. Right now, it's just the blue circles that you see surrounding people. Turns it on.
I have to be
Find
near
somebody.
Look at the village. The main one.
Wait, did I turn off hot throw? Wait, does that, like, the circle turning off
there's
carry over?
There's a command for the key signature too.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, the
disable
key
that.
signature has its
Oh
own.
yeah, I disabled that, didn't I?
Yeah,
You did when you
enable
were
it.
recording the other videos.
Whoops, I forgot that would carry over. But basically what would happen is...
Yeah, you can turn it on right now. It's just CL underscore render key sig.
Yeah.
What
CL
was it?
underscore.
Yeah?
CL underscore render.
Render. Oh, I see it.
Hmm.
There you go. So this is how you would find people when they use like key and stuff. It would show instead of a scouter because it makes no
No.
sense to them. No.
And I was saying, so the blue is just a placeholder. That's not what the effect's going to look like. It's just where the sensing system is currently at. That's what those blue circles are. That's the sensing system as its work in progress self doing its thing. You'll notice as somebody turn around, drag. Like face here. Keep turning. Nope, keep turning. Up. Okay, you see, there you go. That one off in the distance. Like, that one's me. So I will do... Nope. Go back down.
Oh.
I was off in the distance. Nope, turn around.
I don't see you.
There's a delay. You gotta slow down.
Does it lay still, really?
Put the tower to your back.
Like that?
Down toward the water. Keep turning to the right, the other side of that island with the dock.
Right here? Oh, I see you.
Did you see it down there now?
Yeah.
So, there you go. We got there. So if I just burn through my energy, you should notice the key signature turns gray.
Yeah.
So my energy goes away. There you go. So you could... That's the system as it is intended to be. You'll be able to see things. No NRE temp. Again, the system is a work in progress. There will be HUD elements that show up around the sides of your screen that flash when somebody's powering up near you, for example, or charging a big attack that you should be aware of. That's gonna kill me. It didn't kill me. Somebody fired something at me. I thought it was going to kill me.
That's nice.
Yeah, that probably will. Assuming it made at me. Yeah, that did it.
Well, if I fire anything at anyone that kills them, that'll be purely by chance, because someone
Uh-oh.
smashed and grabbed me.
What the hell? My camera broke.
It's
Yeah,
someone's
Way
session.
to go.
There we go.
It's
Oh, I see it. It's this. Oh, okay.
it's the character not rotating anymore, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. That
Yeah, I've been getting that every time I use the Final Flash, actually.
that's Final Fight as well. Another game.
Well, depends.
Hoover, it's still
Dying
actively
entirely?
being developed. Burnout does exist, especially when people constantly tell us that the game is never going to release, this, that, and the other. So it does exist. We just try our best to ignore it.
Yeah. Can you do, please, a beam struggle? We can try.
Yeah, now that your camera's all jacked up.
No, it's fixed. I think
Okay.
Yeah, just a generic beam. It'll fix itself.
yeah, I mean, we can try a beam struggle just to show it off. We have done some videos on it. Like, especially me and Mag, we did a, like, Final Flash versus Kamehameha. You know we should redo that video with Super Saiyan 3?
Aim down to your right.
Yeah, I see you.
No, that's your left.
Oh.
Literally the opposite
Oh,
side
you're
of
talking about the Spirit Bomb?
No, I'm not talking about the Spirit Bomb.
Okay. Go on.
What'd you guys say about Super Saiyan 3?
I said we could
Maybe
redo that
Saiyan,
video where we did
I
Kamehameha
want-
versus Final Flash, but we could do Super Kamehameha instead.
I want to redo it for sure.
Yeah.
Things have changed a lot since that, like a lot. It's kind of crazy.
Do you want me to
I think
It's
Huh?
not me. I said I'm not the Spirit Bomb. I'm down further to your right against the water.
I'm looking at it. Oh,
No, I am not the Spirit Bomb.
there's two
Turn
dots down
here.
there. Oh,
Yeah, I think that's
Hey.
me.
Further right.
I
Nope.
got it. I got it.
Further. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
that
aiming
one.
at me.
You have a problem, sir.
You ready?
Yep. Fired an attack at you. It's coming.
And then
And you miss.
because I forgot to lock onto the attack. Oh, there you go. This is the end for you. Ooh, but see, this is what we
Open. Now
mean.
your camera's jacked again.
This is what we mean. Like, this is a perfect example of what we mean if the game is not finished. Like small bugs like this, where the camera really ceases to function. For
Most of them can actually be worked around in game, but there is one that I don't know how to fix it without just either it randomly fixing itself or quickly restart.
Cinematic transformations already exist. We've shown them a number of times. It just so happens that everybody in the server now has a power level of like 6 million. So it's just automatically transforming.
I mean, I could adjust it real quick. Just for Vegeta, though we have shown a video on it. What is it? 2 million, I think?
2 million.
ETAM, yeah, it's ETAM, yes. The Final Flash Lightning is low res. It's remnants of the old effect. There's other things that have taken priority, clearly,
Yeah.
like the camera.
Oh yeah, somebody was asking about if you can
It'll get
drown.
cleaned up.
You
No, you cannot drown. I don't remember them ever drowning in Dragon. I mean, I guess Frieza tried to do it with Goku, but that's the only time at all I can think people were underwater for a length of time, and all of a sudden there was drama.
That was just Frieza trying to help Goku do an impression of Spike Spiegel with his hair.
No, I'm Matt Ban. There is no advanced melee, as it were. Advanced melee is gone in place of the combo melee that we sort of showed off in the Key Blast Speed demonstration video.
Yeah, and I can just show it right now, like for example... simple... Like just holding left click, punch, that was a flash. holding right click on combo melee, which is this, and you can hold it down the way to go. And of course, there's also throw. Oh, what the hell?
Oh.
Scott,
That was weird.
Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What do you want?
And then of course we have the bonuses.
Wow, why are you so loud?
Who's that?
Dalte's out in public. Just
That's not me. That's not me. It's an unruly passenger.
Alright, you're still in the street, I forgot about that. Okay,
So is Berta sort of reclining to anyone else?
probably.
so somebody wanted to see Kamehameha versus Final Flash. Is somebody Goku?
Somebody's Goku who sold Spear Bomb.
Yeah, I know
No,
somebody's Goku.
that was Frieza, Death Ball or something.
Oh, right. The placeholder for Death Ball.
I forgot about that.
Or Supernova, because Death Ball is way smaller than that Dalte.
I just flew through the damn pole.
Well,
'cause it
here we
came out
go.
of nowhere.
What'd you say?
I said it's the Supernova because the Death Ball is way smaller than that. You're just looking at the no shader. None of that. Alright.
He's driving a car. That's totally how you drive a car.
Fusion Potara was never a thing in vanilla ESF. Fusion/Potara was a thing in add-on packs like EVM and ECX and all those. We never did them officially, so those still aren't a thing for final.
Yeah. So I guess we can do the clash and then call it here for today.
Yeah, I just answered that. Ben, KOF final. Fusion wasn't a thing in vanilla ESF. That was an add-on thing.
I'm just gonna fire this Final Flash and somebody needs to try because
And no, we don't have to. We can keep that and we can keep answering questions.
I mean, no, I just meant somebody needs to clash with my beam.
Oh, okay. Crap, you're aiming at me.
Nobody.
That's you up there. No, that's the generic. I don't want to fire a generic.
I don't know where you are.
I'm the one that you're aiming at off in the distance over there.
Okay. I'm just wiggling my camera. Go ahead.
Well, I would, but the lock happened.
Oh, you're
Attached to
locking on
somebody
somebody?
So
Let me just fire and
Here it
you
comes.
try. Yeah.
You better fire, because it's the finish buster. It's coming quick.
Yeah, it went through. I'm just gonna dodge this. Let me just put it over here. And yes, you can still draw in the game, as you can see. There you go.
Fear Bomb can do a beam struggle with a beam. There's an issue with beam straightening. It'll lock, but then weird things happen.
I'm taking you with me.
You want me to fire first and you try to sync up with it? Are you still?
Whoever's Frieza needs to get out of the way, because I'm going to lock onto them the second I try to get the thing to attach to the beam. Whoever's Frieza, please skedaddle.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here it comes.
Giggity.
I'll see it. Yeah.
It's still coming your way.
Okay, that's interesting. It did not actually flash, it just exploded.
And because you took too long to fire,
I
just
couldn't lock
watched
onto
it.
it. I couldn't lock onto it. That was weird. Let me just-
Well, then somebody else that has a beam has to do this, because Trunks doesn't have a beam.
Yeah, true. I mean, you could try Big Bang Attack versus Finish Buster, that works.
Nah, here, hang on, I'll force class.
And yes, it's not a throwing together anymore. You just control everything now.
Birder! Skadoosh. Move yourself, Birder.
Oh, really?
Alright. Here we go, ready?
Can you go back here or no?
I haven't heard him.
Shut up, you said you up here?
Nope, I'm the one that's down low. Yep.
Ready? Go on. So that's how a clash works. You can lock onto a beam, you can try to do it manually as well if you want to, but like, so how it works, you burn through your key, and once you burn through your key, you're gonna use your stamina. If you manage to deplete both, and you're still losing, you're gonna lose. I let go, by the way. You can push back.
Oh.
Oh wait!
I did.
Oh god!
I'm winning right now, my guy.
I looked at the thing wrong. Oh my god. Okay. See, I looked at the thing completely wrong. I was like, wait. There we go. So now I used everything. I exhausted my stamina, and now if he still has key or stamina, he's gonna win.
Oh, I've got a bunch, but I might have waited just a bit too long.
Oh.
Nope, I waited a little too long.
And that's how it's basically gonna work from now on. You're gonna have second chance, basically.
Had I turned on turbo, I'd have won. But I didn't turn on
does
turbo.
matter? Wait, what does turbo actually matter?
Yep, turbo matters.
Huh. Can you
There's
take damage
a couple
from beam
things.
Struggle? Yes, I think, right?
Right now you can. It's going to be a plan that you can't. Doesn't make sense to go into a beam struggle if you can be damaged in the struggle. Just like the transformations, there's no point in transforming and being locked into a cinematic when you can take damage. There's no point.
Also, to answer that question right away, in case it gets asked, yes, you can join a beam clash. Multiple people.
Yeah, there's multi-struggle. Multi-struggle is still in the game. It still needs work.
Yeah.
As well as transforming as well, I think. That's a bit weird.
What's transforming in a struggle? I know you can descend after the struggle. It just locks you into the. I don't know. See what happens.
No.
Scrolling up through, looking for questions that were missed.
Let me see.
Out of all characters in ESF, which one was the hardest to implement and why? Ginyu was, because we failed to implement him the way that we wanted to implement him. He was supposed to have AI that helped you out. You called them in and they kind of fought alongside you. And we talked about the AI not being what we needed it to be anymore anyway. So...
And I'm really
that
sad
idea
about that, 'cause I was really hopeful for the androids.
Yeah,
I thought they
that
made a
idea-
great buddy system as well.
That idea was scrapped. He unfortunately grabbed and smashed you, which means the camera's going to be bored.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's like, what the hell just happened there? I looked away for a moment.
Yeah, and he's got me caught again, too.
Okay, fix it.
Yeah.
Just do a cinematic. Or that. That fixed it. No, that made it worse. That made it way worse.
Yeah, it doesn't fix it. The grab and smash, we think there's a reason we don't do grab and smash right now. Because the camera calls aren't fixed all day. Yeah, so we failed to implement the buddy system the way we wanted to with Ginyu, so instead you're just going to be able to swap around between the force yourself.
What'd you say about the camera system?
Grab and smash.
Breaks the cameras.
Well, right now it's stuck because it's hard coded and the hard code doesn't recall the system, so it gets stuck on, it gets locked.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the problem. I tested it a couple times, in different ways. When you transition from one to the other, it just breaks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still your fault. So, but I mean, it should be. Honestly, it should be an easy fix once Rio gets a chance to look at it. It just needs to call another thing. But and I mean, smash and grab is easy anyway. Like once I make it for one person, which is it's almost done for Goku. It just needs to be tweaked after it gets fixed. Then it can just be copied to everybody else. It's very easy. So that's like the
Somebody
least
wanted
amount of
to
work.
see. Somebody wanted to see the Kaioken bonus attack.
No,
Is it still not done? Did you rework it again?
But he has two. Tier 2 and Tier 3 are Kaiokens, I believe.
Yeah.
Just make sure your camera's on.
It is on. I just need to figure out why my button isn't working anymore to turn it. Oh, there it goes. Now it works. Here, let me just show some bonuses real quick. Like this is just really bad. Then we have tier 2. Tier 2 is. Yep, you can follow that up with a different attack basically. And then you have tier 3.
I was going to say, you want to find somebody that's not in the water and can knock him in.
Or not turn on tier 1.
Oh, did you activate Tier 1 again? Nice.
Yeah. It did it again! What the hell?
You have a problem.
I know! I think I click it too fast, that's my issue. And it's also the fact that my... Oh, that's why I'm pressing the wrong button.
That'll do it.
There we go. And this is tier 3. There you go. So Kaioken is technically still in the game, but it is very different as it used to be.
I wanted to add Kaioken as a transformation, but I can't recompile models. So I just thought about it for a minute. I was trying to do it for a long time actually. I had edited Goku's model to be slightly buffer, like a fat and thick, but I can't recompile this.
What colors are you talking about, Doc Prop? Are you talking about when you activate the bonus tier?
Oh, he's cutting out.
Who is? Me?
Dalton is cutting out for me. He's turning robotic.
Yeah, Dalte's cutting out again.
Yeah. I remember watching the film from 11 years so many times and how Vegeta was just a really hard punch to the face. First class, Vegeta. By the way, this command you're seeing, that first class thing, I don't think that's going to be in the game later on.
It will not. It'll absolutely not.
So,
it'll be locked out.
This is now your fault. It's not good.
David does ask, all you have to do is touch a player while the tier mode is activated. You just have to simple melee him while you have a tier activated.
You simple melee them. Again, Dot Prop, I didn't see a follow-up to this question. You asked what's up with the colors, though. I'm assuming you mean the bonus tier aura colors. That's to let you know which bonus tier you have active. Blue is tier 1, green is tier 2, and orange is tier 3.
And only you can see that, I think.
Who asked that question? Who asked that question?
I'm assuming it was what Dot Prop was trying to ask.
Someone said it's Mama Beach.
We cannot do the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Kamehameha because Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is not animated.
Yeah.
It needs to get animated before we can do it.
You can do it, just God knows where it'll fire from.
From his feet.
You can do it with SSJ1.
He can do the Kamehameha in Super Saiyan 1. Pretty sure we should Super Saiyan 2 earlier. Go ahead and force class to him again real quick, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, did the chat time out?
No, Jed is here.
No. I'm reading Manbat. He said he couldn't answer regarding the colors because of the chat timeout. Yeah, Dot Prop, the comments weren't visible after you asked what was with the colors. I tried to ask, did you mean the blue, green, and orange colors that show up? Because you were asking what was up with the colors, so I wasn't sure how to answer your question.
Why did you get timeout? Oh, we have slow mode on. I forgot about that. Yeah, we have slow mode of a minute.
Oh yeah, that'll make it really difficult for somebody to clarify a question.
Yeah, but it's only a minute. 60 seconds. Wait, is it a minute? What did I set it to? I forgot.
I don't know, but the man couldn't answer my follow-up question to clarify his question.
Where can you check it?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
Um,
Or funky because there's no bones.
While
That's
I
annoying.
wait for .prop to clarify the question, so I know if I was answering the right thing, Love and Sky, no, it's not planned to make environments destructible.
Oh, it is 1 minute. Okay, I figured. Thank you.
The Kaioken was red.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaioken itself, it was red.
See,
If you're
keep coming
talking
back
about
to
the feet Kamehameha confirmed.
the game. There you go.
Piccolo should be shaking in his boots right now because Goku's about to gut check the hell out of him.
And he also has the Svencoop in this form, of course. I forgot, did we talk about, are we gonna give him Super Kamehameha like Goku?
Yep, that's already planned. He's gonna lose regular Kamehameha and get it replaced with Super Kamehameha.
I figured. This is regular Gohan and Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I'm still working on the super one. I think only Goku has it at the moment.
Do you want me to show it off again or not? I think I did it in the last 3 minutes.
Oh, you know, it's still work in progress. I kind of don't mind, but
It's up to you. I mean, if guys want to see...
they want to see it, I guess. I mean,
Do
the
the,
trailer might be, but
Do the for the sake of showing .prop that the Kaioken aura was red, go ahead and do the bonus one more time.
Sure.
It doesn't. It's a red aura. It doesn't shade the entire color character in the color because Dalte doesn't want to do orange the right way.
That was 2-2.
I could stick body glow on it if people complain.
And
Yeah, I mean you get the
third.
body glow, but it's not quite. No, I meant that as aura. It's not a thing. We don't even have that model.
Back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Girlfriend was calling.
Ah.
Oh.
Duty call.
Ryan, father son Kamehameha. We don't
Did
have
somebody say my
anything
name?
like that in the game.
It's
Oh,
somebody
Naruto.
my name. Oh, my bad. Oh, wait, Rio, if
No.
you're here, question.
I'm
So,
gone.
we were asking earlier about, like, fake and destruction. Do we still have the ability to place models in the environment itself?
Blocks. He's asking about blocks specifically.
About what?
Blocks. You know, the blocks that you could place and give them health so that you could blow them up and destroy them.
What would
We
you
used to
need
do that a
that
long
for?
time ago.
He wants
Like for-
he wants to do something like for a car on the city map, for example.
Like
you
big-
give the
big
car a
destruction.
block, and then you hit it with a Kamehameha, and now the block is gone.
Yeah, like, it plays the animation and then disappears.
I don't. Without effects, that also looks a bit bad.
Hard to
No, yeah,
tell.
but we're able to call effects on models now through the PCs, which is no problem.
Yeah, but letting it just vanish is kind of dumb, and that means we
Well-
would have to toggle collision on and off for specific parts, and that's a lot of work.
I wouldn't do that. I would have just made it like disintegrate after explode, like explodes. It plays the animation while disintegrating at the same time.
Yeah,
Right, but
but
that's not what he's
collision
saying. He's
still
talking about
right, the collision mesh or proxy still needs to be deleted. That's quite some work.
Jerry Boy. No, GT's not included. If it doesn't say, if it's not part of the Dragon Ball Z anime, and by that I mean the anime, not the movies, then it's not in the game. Whoops. Are we adding special episode characters like Tapion? Nope, not planned.
In general, I think we gave at some point a list of the characters we have in, and we do not plan to add any more, but with the tools we will release, you can add as much characters as you want.
Yep.
But they will most likely look shitty because you
Dot
don't
prop.
know what you're doing.
Dot prop. Yes, Gohan has the Masenko in all three of his forms. He gains the Kamehameha in Super Saiyan, and then he loses that and gains the Super Kamehameha in Super Saiyan 2. That is the plan. Can you show what happens when you block a beam? You enter a block struggle. If your power level is significantly higher, you knock it away, but it fades out with to finish that effect, Dalte, because it just kind of disappears right now. It needs a proper fade out.
Wait, what you said? What disappears?
When you block a beam or a ball, and your power level is significantly high enough, it knocks it away. But right now, it just vanishes. We need like a fade out for the block when you knock it away.
I'm not sure if we could fade out the original attack, but you could add some effect.
Fuck.
What just happened there?
I don't know. A lot of people just spoke at one time, and Dalte was garbly, so it
I think it was just Delta talking.
was it just Dalte?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus.
Sorry, I was talking as well.
Okay. I mean, you can shoot a beam at me. I'm right here. I'm just gonna put this program as a visualization. Right here.
Sure, he does, dot prop. And he has it. Like I said, Gohan has the Masenko in all of his forms. But our Gohan isn't from the Buu saga, he's from the Cell saga.
Yeah. This is Team Gohan, this is not Ultimate Gohan. Can Buu turn enemies in cookies? And does Cell still have the same skill set like Vegeta, Goku, Frieza specials? First
yes. Okay. Go ahead, I'll let you answer it.
I think the Buu one, we said no? Like, unless it kills.
The Buu one is probably going to be a thing, but it'll probably be a thing for a bonus tier. It's probably not going to be an attack that you just have access to.
Yeah. As for Cell, Cell has a combination of all of them still. Like, in perfect form, he has access to the Frieza disc. Or is it just Structure disc? I think it's the Frieza disc, right?
Yeah, it's Frieza disc.
I'll have to go back and look, but we'll say it's the Frieza disc for the sake of saying it's the Frieza disc.
And
yeah, I know it's Frieza disc.
yeah, I think it's Frieza disc because that's the only disc he uses. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, and he has access to Kamehameha. He has access to
Galagun in his imperfect Cell form, which he then loses later on because didn't use it after that. I believe he has access to the special beam cannon in perfect form.
Yeah.
So Cell's moveset will
and
change.
Special beam cannon.
That's what I said.
I think Akai is delaying as well.
I said that, right? I said special beam cannon?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I thought I said something wrong.
By the way, we skipped some questions.
Yeah.
What did we skip?
Go ahead.
No, I'm like, what did we skip in Dresses?
No, let me go.
Jerry Boy, we talked about fusions. Fusions were never a part of vanilla ESF. Those were ECX, EVM, Big Pack, all those extra mods that came out after the fact. The core team has never done the fusion mechanic, and we still don't have the fusion mechanic. So that's something you'll have to look at later on when the mob tools are out. Anybody that's in the community that wants to make it makes it.
Also, one problem, we did talk about fusion and so on, but the problem there is you got 2 players and the fusion, so who gets control? what happens to the player who lost control? Will he just respawn? So it's essentially just a free power upgrade without any problems at all? Or will you have to fuse with a bot? Then it's just a transformation. So, like what we did with Nail and Piccolo.
Yep.
So fusion itself doesn't really make much sense in a competitive game.
What devices will the game be on? It's a PC game.
Yeah.
It'll live and die on PC. At least so far as the team as it exists today is concerned.
I mean, you can try making it work on mobile, but the only way you can do that is via Steam. What is it called?
Like what the requirements?
You can also develop on Xbox.
I mean, as long as you stream it from a PC, you're good.
Playing yourself with a controller.
Is there a difference between same power level Cell Special Beam versus Piccolo Special Beam? Power level doesn't affect the strength of melee or special attacks. Weapons is what they're technically called. That's all done in the XML. Each weapon has its own base damage, and then the transformations alter or will alter the melee damage done. That's to make it so that you don't have people that just make a server that's up for 6 hours and they farm, and then you jump in and they fire a key blast at you and you die.
Exactly.
Also, though, Cell does have unique versions of the weapons, so they can be made different than say Piccolo's one.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Goku, Gohan, and Krillin, and Cell all have their own XMLs for their own specific Kamehamehas. Some of them turn faster, some of them are a little bit faster in their movement speed, some of them are hit harder. So somebody's going to, each Kamehameha is a little different.
I think they also said some are slower but a bit harder. It's like one of the problems.
Yeah, well, yeah, so that's why I said some are stronger, some are faster in their movement speed, some turn quicker.
Also, somebody was mentioning the Spirit Bomb charging pretty fast. It used to be slower, actually. The reason we changed it is because you're just a big target if you keep it slow. You're
a big target, and there's the entire size of maps to consider. Like, if you want to do because Namek is one of the largest ones we have, go ahead and fly to one end and then just fly to the other one.
I'm having a cell being really close at me right now. I cannot do anything.
Just think of the anime, or I haven't read the manga, so I can't speak for that. But in the anime, Goku never did Genki Dama or Spirit Bomb without any support from another character. So we always had support fire or cover until he was ready for it, and that won't happen in a free-for-all fighting game. So you're just sitting there and telling the whole server, hey, look, I can't move, I'm over here, hit me as hard as you can with everything you got.
Yeah.
That's
yes, dot prop. None of the weapons in this game anymore, with the exception of the Destructo Disc, and the generic ball and the key blast are fire and forget weapons. You have control over all of the weapons in the game. Big Bang Attack, Burning Attack, Spirit Bomb, the Kamehameha, obviously, in the Senko.
I think the Destructo Disc actually locks you in place while it's firing. You just can't control it. You can still sort of lock on a little bit.
I don't know. Something to test.
The freezer one you can control, right? That's the way it is.
The freezer one you can control.
But that's a bit broken at the moment.
Someone in chat also asked if you could move the chat windows so that they could see the HUD.
The HUD. Okay. There we go. This is
like
currently the black HUD.
I like also to add one
Is that people in the chat or just you double?
Yes, this is clearly me on an alt account.
It's like
Here
you're
we
a little
go.
biased here.
Not an imposter here.
So, two questions that just came up that we should probably address. Beam jumping. Beam jumping is still in the game. However, beam jumping only exists with the generic beam. You can no longer beam jump with your Kamehameha, or your Final Flash, or whatever else. And I fought really hard to have Goku have the instant transmission Kamehameha, like he used to have in 1, 2, 3. I fought really hard for that, but I was outvoted. You're not allowed to move when you're charging attacks, and even though Goku should be able to teleport,
He would have a free bonus tier attack. There would be one place to do that, but I think
you really,
covered the bonus attacks.
you're really showing off the
Yeah.
DX cell pose.
Yeah.
Because I think Trunks got a bonus tier attack where he does some teleport. It's
A lot of characters have
Yeah.
have things like that. Yeah, and just 1, 2, 3, you can charge the Kamehameha and then teleport all around the map until you're out of energy if you wanted to. No, we can't. I fought hard for it though, and I was outvoted.
That just shows you can't. That the bar on the top was me charging the teleport button, as you can see. There you go.
One thing to add is what you at the moment don't see because I never had the time to implement it fully is to prevent someone hiding somewhere far off in the corner charging a big attack. We got something in place, or will have something in place, called the key sensing system.
Yeah, we addressed that a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
Showed the,
I just
circles.
thought of that because originally the Spirit Bomb was one of the reasons to come up with this.
Yep.
So basically it will highlight players who use key according to the amount of key they use. So like charging an attack will most likely highlight you up like a Christmas tree. Powering up will create a slightly higher key signature than just flying, but if you're just hiding somewhere behind a rock and doing nothing, your key signature will almost be none. So you can take a break, maybe think about what you will do, watch the fight, or and wait for the crippled victory guy and attack him. By the way, that's also what you now see in the stream. Those circles are the work in progress of the key system, or key sending system. It has some problems at the moment when someone leaves the server. Sometimes the circle don't disappear. But that's the fault of, or problem of the Half-Life engine, because the entity gets deleted on the server or the player gets kicked out of the server, but the client, you are not properly informed that he's gone.
Yeah, good time. Somebody wants you to do the beam jump.
The beam jump, okay.
Oh, and if somebody asked or was wondering, we restricted the beam jump to the generic beams, so that people don't charge a Kamehameha or another strong attack pointed somewhere or right in front of them if they're gonna be attacked, and just fly away and let it explode and cause damage.
Yeah.
That's why only generic beam, because this damage is quite
Minimal.
low.
Bloody party poopers.
So to avoid the cheap tactic that, oh, I'm sitting here charging an attack, waiting for someone to attack me, and then I just fade out.
Yeah, exactly.
You can beam jump with turbo on, but don't think it's faster.
Yeah, you can do it, but it doesn't change the speed at all, yeah. How about we change the map one more time and we'll answer a few more questions and we call it. I said that's
Did you do the beam jump yet?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see you do. I didn't see the beam
Let me
jump.
do it.
It could be that my stream is just way behind
I
because
wonder why though. It's like ultra low
stalling.
latency. Oh,
I'm assuming it's my internet.
maybe. Oh, there you go. I'm stuck.
We don't give percents MC Baseball. We talked about that earlier because of how fluid the game is. We can find a problem and fix it in 2 hours, or we can find a problem and it'll take 3 months to even begin to figure out what is causing the issue.
Okay. I'm gonna switch the map one more time. We're gonna answer a few more questions and then I think we're gonna call it for today. So give us a few seconds. We're gonna be right back. We're back. There we go. There comes the go. So, the question about the skybox, Rio can go into this.
Yep. Have at it, Rio.
Yeah, well, from a tactical point of view, they're not sky boxes, because sky boxes really were in the old days literally boxes around the map with 6 sides. So what we use here is a multi-layered sky dome, where the first layer is a virtual layer where the clouds are sitting. Above that is another layer for the high clouds, and then we can put several objects in the sky, like moons, planets, whatever we want. They can freely rotate around the map, and around that is basically still a sky box with just a star background. That is what you see at the night. So at the moment, if whoever is playing at the moment, I don't know, is looking at the sky, the blue you see is just the atmosphere, but the sky background with all the stars and so on is still behind it. You just don't see it because the blue is, like in real life, just way brighter than the background.
Do you want me to show that?
Same goes for the moon. The moon, you can see the moon pretty well on night, but at day we have some maps where you can see the moon at daytime. you will just faintly see it, and that's how our sky is made.
I'm gonna show off how the sky changes as well here.
By the way, are those the low or the high quality clouds? I think the high quality.
I'm on max
Yeah,
mechanics.
they're high quality clouds.
Yeah, because I was wondering they kind of updated.
Somebody was asking about the key consumption by teleporting. Depends on the character. There's a bunch of factors now that go into the amount of key drained. Key drain in and of itself is one of them. Just your, passive key drain. Whether or not you're charging an attack. The character's efficiency level with key. Trunks, for example, has a higher efficiency with key, but he's a slower character, so he's designed to be sort of the teleporty character. You teleport around to catch people as opposed to swoop after them. So, key consumed by teleport is different per character. And then there's, of course, the snap teleport, as we call it, where you just tap the button and teleport. And then there's the charge teleport.
Well, why does this happen? My mouse run just stops.
Can Piccolo remove his cape? Piccolo removes his cape in his transformation.
I would show off the transformation, but I don't think it's done.
I just saw a question still connecting to the one with Skybox. Netchip said, well, the ones in Half-Life 2 were called 3D Skyboxes. What they were referring to is that they still make the map, or made the maps mostly with Hammer, just a modified and updated version. What they mean with 3D skyboxes is that they could place models around the map or in the skybox with a certain parallax value, so they move a bit with you, to simulate a way bigger map. We can do the same, but we don't have to, because our maps are huge as fuck. So that's what they mean with 3D skyboxes.
There's a technical term there, huge as fuck.
There you go. Somebody wants to see this case especially. But I don't think it's still not done yet, right? That's still a placeholder.
Special Beam Spiral.
There you go.
Did you actually block it, or did you get hit by it?
No, I blocked it.
Okay.
Is stamina used for the melee? No, stamina is used for struggling, like for example.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
Stamina is used for a lot of things. For example, you can teleport until you are out of key, and then continue to use stamina to teleport further. Stamina is used for that. Stamina is used in power struggles when you run yourself out of key. You drain stamina to push into the struggle, but if you win, you are in the animation that we showed in Maya vs. Final Flash video, where Goku was just kind of hunched over and tired as all hell to the back. Then you're stuck there for a little bit.
Also, stamina is still subject to change, as McDaddy said. We have a pretty good concept of it. Just need to implement it so that stamina is more than a backup key pool, and that you can do several things to recover stamina and key to make the fights more interesting, or to make the players use certain tactics more because they will benefit them.
Stamina is also used as the recovery, or one of the two recovery systems. There's the key recovery, where you click and hold left click and slowly recover if you get knocked back using the key. Or you can right click and instantly recover with stamina. That needs to get fixed, because as it stands right now, that means you can get hit and then instantly recover, and it makes comboing really difficult, which is part of what I was alluding to earlier with the system changes. delays planned on stamina recovery based on the number of hits that you've been knocked around with in a combo, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, give me 1 second. Actually, I'm gonna need for this to ask a question to the team. Like 2 seconds. Alright, we're back. Sorry, we just had to talk about something real quick. I say we go through a few more questions, and then we're gonna end the stream by showing something off that's gonna be exclusive to this stream, which of course you can look at later as well. I think that would be a good way to wrap up. So, Kaioken is implemented, yes, no, technically. It is in a tier attack. So, a bonus tier attack if you have paid attention earlier, meaning the little, in this case, the little balls there in the bottom. You see them glow up right now. On Goku, this will be his tier 2 and tier 3 attack. That's where the Kaioken will be built into. Ooh, I like this question. Will there be officially hosted tournaments after the release of the game? If so, are there already kicking ideas around for the dev team for what it will be? I don't know, are we gonna do a tournament again? We did one before.
I think that was the last tournament.
Yeah, we did have a legacy tournament, but the legacy tournament was a bit of an oddball. It was published by us, but not actually managed by us. We could consider like streams of a tournament per se, but yeah, that's way down the road. Can you toggle the aura like old ESF? Yes. It will consume your ki and boost your power level a little bit. You can also hold down the aura button and it will allow you to do a faster swoop.
And Phil.
Faster, right?
Go even further beyond!
That's right.
So, what else do we have? Yeah. Will there be good versus evil deathmatch mode? Also, if you consider a 1v1 tournament structure game mode.
Again, TDM is something that we have planned. I've gone through most of the maps and set up the spawn points for it. It's just not in the game yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we were going to do a good versus evil TDM though.
I think it was just going to be team 1 versus team 1.
I know good versus evil in DB is kinda weird because they switch sides quite a lot. I mean, for example, should Vegeta belong to good or to evil?
Yeah.
Should Boo belong to
I'm
good
assuming
or
they
to
just
evil?
meant like how the teams were named in previous 1.2 or 0.3.
Well, right, but there was also the actual good versus evil where you could set it so that the teams were actually good characters versus evil characters. You could only select heroes on good and villains on evil.
Did
I think there crashed
happened?
something.
Yeah.
It's bad. And that,
that-
guys, is why it's not out.
Yeah, that was literally just an example. My game
Was
just crashed to
that-
death.
It worked so well, even with changing the maps, and then all of a sudden, melee take bomb crash.
Yeah. Okay, give us like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
you're good. I'm good.
That's how desert. You didn't need anything else open, and it worked fine.
Okay, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. Our server was having a bit of complications. It's not showing the game feed. There it goes.
We got
okay. There we go. Don't crash me again, please. There we go.
Don't crash on me now.
Exactly.
No, Snicky, Z movie content will not be in, part of the vanilla game.
Yeah.
If somebody else wants to make it, they're more than free to do it after the rules. But it's not in our plan.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'll allow 2 more questions and then we're gonna wrap it up here with what we're gonna show you.
5 people asking when it's coming out.
No.
Fanny Boy, the orange balls in the HUD are the visual indicator that you know as a player how many bonus tier points you have, or bonus tiers you have available to you. 1 ball, you have the ability to use bonus tier 1. 2, you have the ability to use 1 twice or 2. And 3, you have the ability to use any combination of 1 and 2 or level 3.
Did one of you to show up. And those sparkles are basically to indicate the tier. Blue is 1, green is 2, and orange is 3. Is it possible to make a free roam open world online? I guess, is there a map limit? Like a size limit? Do we have a size limit?
Technically, no, but we haven't tested going so far beyond the origin point.
Maybe
Eventually, the physics will probably
Technically, yes,
implode.
we have a limit.
Yeah.
Just to mess around, just stitch all the maps into one giant one and see what happens.
I can't tell you what will happen. At the center of the map, you will be able to move just fine. The further away you get from the center, the more off your position will be from server and client side. So you might just run into one, and the server just thinks, nope, you were like 50 meters to the left and in the ground. So no, as games who have open world have completely different technologies. This year is made like whenever you join a server and load a map, everything you need to play that map and this game with these characters is loaded. So there is no loading or streaming in between. If you want to have a massive open world game like GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption, you can't do that. That's just too much data. So you need to stream in and out, stuff like that. And for this to do, that would be a point where we would have to say, if we really wanted that, no way to do it on Half-Life 1. No way to do it in Half-Life 2. You need engines who can do streaming and continue streaming like Unreal Engine 4 or 5 or newer versions.
Time to scrap it all and start from scratch then. Nothing
Somebody-
else for it.
Fanny Boy,
Also,
you
if
get
you want an open world DBZ game, just buy the fuck Kakarot.
Yeah.
Buy some
Ba-
vegetables.
Fanny Boy, you get the tier orbs by doing damage to other players.
Yeah.
Just like power level to get your next transformation. You gotta fight people.
Wasn't
Get
that
the orbs.
also a point we addressed when redesigning the stamina system, that you get points for blocking and such?
Yep, yeah, I think so. We just haven't implemented any of that. So
right.
I'm just kind of going through what it is as it exists right now.
Was more like a note to myself.
One
But yeah, that was something we talked about.
One moment. we're gonna swap the screen for a moment. One second. That was the wrong scene. Whoops. Alright. So,
let me hang on. Somebody asked about minigames. Technically, I guess, I mean, if you consider the block and power struggles minigames, then yeah. But otherwise, no. If you're not gonna have, like, you're not gonna stop at a campfire and mash buttons to power up.
Yeah, we're not a console game. No!
is it over? Not till the fish jumps.
What kind of fishing game you want? Either you're sitting there in the water and waiting for a fish, or you fire some Kamehamehas in it and fish the whole ocean clean.
I mean, both of those should be viable options, Ray. I'm just saying, if you were doing your job, we'd already have it.
Lord. Oh no! I fused it.
Or ask Goku to blow or to fire a spirit bomb. Planet's gone. The fish is fried. Done.
Oh.
I don't know, just get him to charge the spirit bomb too long, drain all the life out of the fish.
That'll work.
But then you got that smelly fish. That's not good. Fried fish is better.
Oh lord, that was totally
Sesto 500. You're welcome, I guess.
Thank you. What happened?
I don't know. You keep getting knocked around right now, though.
No, what did you welcome? I got confused.
Oh, he said thanks for that game you released like 14 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's still being played nowadays. It's kind of funny. Alright, I guess we're gonna end it here with one more thing. This is gonna be exclusive to the stream, and people that gonna
might wanna hide the chat.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that. So we're gonna do things. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do this.
Do you think you should also hide the HUD as well for this?
I did.
All right. Okay. I was just catching up.
All right, we're gonna mute ourselves so nobody's gonna interrupt us. We're gonna be very quiet, and this is gonna be just for you guys that are watching right now.
What the? Sorry. Don't surprise me like that. For the life of Guru, I have no choice. Stop playing around and let's fight. Then I'll have to get serious. You ready? Let's go. Ah! Now then, this is going to be interesting.
Alright, there you go guys. Let me put the HUD back on. So this is the transformation of Piccolo when he absorbs Nail. We wanted to show it off before, but it didn't actually work properly last time, but it seems to be working fine now. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope we answered all the questions you guys ever asked or ever had or anything along those lines.
You know what? Go ahead and force Glance to Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Oh yeah, you can.
May as well do it.
People wanted to see Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so... No,
Again, he's not animated, so he's just going to be
Here's
doing...
Super Saiyan 2, by the way. I missed the clip. And this is Super Saiyan 3. He's not animated. He's just standing here like this, menacingly. And yes, as mentioned, he has a Super Kamehameha, but it's not done yet, as you can see. It will be very different. Oh, that's an interesting effect. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you join the Discord and partake in the community some more. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I hope all your questions got answered. And we'll see you all next time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Of course I get smashed.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen!